How could this happen? Ooh.
Good evening, Bulldog. Trembling. I'm a mystery guide. Oh, what's up with you shaking so much, Kotsue-san?
It's colder than usual today. Oh, it's cold.
I'm in a tank top, but it's harsh.
I'm fine with this level of coldness. I've experienced much colder environment in the past.
What?
Is that perhaps?
Now, let me talk about a story that I had been frozen for 100 years.
I'm sorry about that.
Forgive me.
I'm not angry at all. I'd like to introduce you all to what happens when you're frozen and how much the world has changed when you wake up. It's another peaceful day in the human world.
Guide-san, are you ready?
Oh my, is it that late already? Yes, I'm coming! I decided to go on a picnic with Zombie-san and Kotsue-san this day. I'm glad to see the underworld is at peace today.
Look what I've got! It's a new bubble tea!
Whoa, that looks good.
This may come as a surprise to some of you, but society exists even in the underworld, and there are a lot of skeletons and zombies there. Sometimes ghosts are working and playing. Well, we've arrived at our destination.
So this is the freezing pond.
It's so cold!
Our destination that day was a freezing pond that is said to freeze anything instantly that enters it. It was a famous place for picnics because the scenery was great despite its coldness. But, oh dear, the signboard is falling off. We need to fix it. It was when I was about to fix the fallen signboard.
Whoa!
Oh, it looks better now. Ouch!
Huh?
Guide-san!
It's our fault.
What should I do?
She's just frozen and she's not dead, so they'll just have to wait for her to wake up. I fell into the freezing pond and was frozen with ice. By the way, sleeping Asuka-chan looks so cute. 100 years later.
I worked hard all day today.
It's been 100 years since I took over the job of guide-san.
Well, 100 years is a very short time, isn't it?
You're right.
Yeah. What?
It's been a while, both of you.
Guide-san!
Thus, I finally woke up from a frozen state after 100 years.
I'm really sorry. It was our fault.
We feel responsible and we've been working hard all along.
Yes, I know all about it. I was in a state of apparent death while I was frozen, and I could at least hear some sounds.
What? Really?
You're amazing, Guide.
I could tell from the sounds how hard you two have been working on my behalf. 1. A state of apparent death. She can listen to sounds. It's really hard to speak and move my body.
You've been frozen for 100 years, so you can't help it.
Do you want to work out with me?
No, I'll do it by myself. Here we go! Whew, my muscles are gradually loosening up.
I knew you'd be back to normal in no time at all, Guide-san.
I'm sure you'll be back to work soon.
2. Muscles get tightened up.
But I'm really sorry about what happened to you.
It happened because we were careless.
It's all right now. Please don't apologize. I'm more curious about the current human world.
It's true that the human world has changed a lot in the last 100 years.
The development of the human world is truly amazing.
I want to make sure I see it with my own eyes, so let's go together to the human world where 100 years have passed. Plia plia na plia! Holy crap! It wasn't the human world I knew.
There are still so many people here.
It's a bit hard to walk around, isn't it? It's just like how a shrine looks on New Year's Eve.
100 years later, the total population of the human world is now over 11 billion.
What? Before I was frozen, we were only just over 6 billion people. And the people living in the cities were 50% of the population then, but it's over 70% now.
It's called urban concentration.
Tokyo, it's amazing. Guide-san, we're in Nagoya, right? What?
From how you reacted, I'm sure you'll be surprised when you are in Tokyo.
What? 3. The population exceeds 11 billion. This is Tokyo?
Yes, it's even more urbanized than Nagoya.
It's like a sci-fi movie world I've seen in the past. The skyscrapers also extend above the clouds.
The population has grown, so we're trying to take advantage of the limited space we have.
Now, like a nest of ants, there are a lot of underground facilities and housing too. To that extent in 100 years?
That UFO-like thing floating over there is a shopping mall.
It's an air-floating facility. Oh, it's over the top. I'm not sure I can keep up any further. 4. Skyscrapers, underground facilities, and aerial facilities. It's really hot, isn't it? Is it because I was frozen?
No, the average temperature on Earth increased by 5 degrees in the last 100 years.
Really? I feel great that I can get tanned.
But it made the ice melt. It seems polar bears and penguins are in trouble.
It means the ice has melted and the sea level has risen. Oh, so that's why those things were born. What is that?
That's a floating city. As the sea level has risen, the area of the country has become smaller. So we started building houses and facilities on the water too.
It's really awesome. It's just like in the movies. 5. Rising temperatures and floating city. Yikes! Sudden rain! Get into a building somewhere!
Don't worry, here.
I've got one too. What? Why do you have an umbrella with you? It was beautiful weather before we came here, wasn't it?
Actually, the weather forecast nowadays can accurately predict the weather to the minute.
I heard they can predict the weather for decades ahead. What?
So we don't all have to worry about sudden rain.
I've also checked the weather forecast today. Incredible. 100 years in the future. 6. The perfect weather forecast. After that, to reflect on my future work, I came back to the underworld with my eyes firmly fixed on the human world today. I'm amazed that things have changed that much in 100 years.
The power of humans is amazing.
Oh, but the underworld hasn't changed at all from 100 years ago.
The world over here hasn't changed at all. Everyone was living their lives as usual.
And our feelings about our guide haven't changed either.
Oh, does that mean everyone?
Thank you for everything!
Oh, no, I'm so glad. Thank you all.
We haven't had you for the last 100 years, and once again, we felt gratitude for you.
You gave me flowers. Thank you. I'm glad you're awake, Guide-san. Chief Manager.
When you were frozen, the chief manager said you looked so cute in your sleep.
Hey, don't! I heard that too. I could hear sounds even in my sleep, so... What? You heard me? Oh no.
Wait a minute! Does the chief manager like Guide-san?
Of course I think she's a wonderful woman and I respect her.
I'm asking if you like her, chief manager!
I'm working with her as a partner because I like her. Keep up the good work, Guide-san. Thank you.
What does that mean?
Be sure to subscribe to the channel and be part of the Kuroneko family. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.